Rams in the fourth quarter and overtime of Week 16 and then the NFC Championship game. His arm, his grit, his guts, his determination, his neck-up ability, his connection with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That, I understand, in a game of 53 men is one thing. But Sam Darnold on Sunday with the rest of his teammates on offense and the blocking up front, it was his arm that's getting you to Super Bowl 60. And that is incredible. In case you're wondering, there's a list of players who in the history of the Seahawks have had 300 or more yards in a game, 3 passing touchdowns in that game with your 300-yard game, and no interceptions in the playoff game. In the history of the Seattle Seahawks postseason action, the list includes Sam Darnold. That's it. One. That's it. So it's not Russ. There's no Matt Hasselbeck.
No Jim Zorn?
No. No Dave Craig.
Okay.
This guy. He was unbelievable. Passer rating of 127.8. And the other guy who may win MVP, his passer rating was 127.6. He needed every part of that last decimal in this game. Did he get a break on special teams? Did he get a break when a punt to start the second half after a 3-and-out, after the Rams get what they needed from their defense? Did they get a muff punt from Xavier Smith? They did. Did they turn it into points right away with just the 4th catch of the year by Jake Bobo? Words I can't believe I'm saying into a microphone, but the word Sam Darnold, Super Bowl quarterback, is being said into this microphone? Yes, they did. But did they then, in this game, remarkably have a sort of similar mistake made by them lead to a touchdown for the Rams right away? Yes. I've never seen, and this is unbelievable, certainly in a championship game, I've never seen a defender like Reek Woolen get called for taunting an opponent and an opponent's bench. I don't know what he was saying towards the Rams sideline in that game. I don't know what was going on, but it was enough for Davante Adams to look at the ref and say, "You going to do something about this?" And then the ref throws a flag. And instead of it being a punt, it was like a turnover because the Rams got a fresh set of downs. Instead of sending the punt unit out, back comes the Rams offense with a fresh set of downs, and then right away, a touchdown from Stafford over Reek Woolen to Puka Nacua for the score. Right away. In the same way that the Rams took the Seahawks took the Rams muffed punt, turned it into points right away. The Rams did the same thing to the Seahawks. So you kind of throw those touchdowns out and we're back sort of on serve, if you will, the way that the first half was playing out. Although the Rams didn't get the ball with an opportunity to take the lead, the Seahawks got the ball back after the Rams made it closer in this instance. No matter, because the Rams did have a shot to take the lead later on in the game. They were trailing in and marched down the field. They needed 90 yards to do it. And they were inside the red zone because Stafford was jumping it down, making a profit instead of going broke, finding Blake Corum, finding Kyron Williams, finding Davante Adams, finding Puka Nacua. And then instead of kicking a field goal to go down 1, Sean McVay decides to go for it. Matthew Stafford on 4th and 1 of going for it, picks it up with his legs. That was unbelievable. Yep. I don't know if you were screaming and yelling from the couch at that point in time that Stafford's taken off. You know,
It was
I turned to my
surprising.
patriot-loving son Cooper. I'm like, see, not just Drake May can run it. 37-year-old whose birthday's the Saturday before Super Bowl 60 can do it too. He picks it up with his legs, and then sure enough, another fourth down faced inside this red zone now. And they decide to go for it instead of kicking the field goal. I'll be honest with you, and we're going to talk about this later. This is what you just referred to right there. Listen, I think McVay's going to go to the Hall of Fame one day. It's his first. We all know it. Come on now.
Wow.
I think both Seans are going to be there one day. But take the points, play defense, come back, get half the field, try and win it. Easy second guess. Certainly when on fourth down, the Seahawks defense stops the Rams. Sean McVay alluded to it later on. It seemed like it was like a busted coverage by the Seahawks that they lucked into having two players on Kyren Williams instead. No matter. The Seahawks did what they needed to do. Not only stopping the Rams there, but getting enough first downs to essentially give Stafford no time left in which to drive the field for a touchdown. And the unkindest for the Rams cut in that regard is on a night when Darnold was dealing to Jackson Smith and Jigba and finding Jake Bobo in the end. Part of the reason why the Rams were down more than just a field goal, part of the reason why the Rams were down for much of this game is because a first down grab and lean for the first down in this crucial instance was turned in by a guy who scored a touchdown earlier in the game, and that's Cooper Kupp. He was awesome. He was a difference maker. He scored a touchdown, and going down to the ground, he was ruled, Bills fans, as if he had already caught the ball, did enough. Maybe the football act of trying to reach the ball for the first down is what made the official on the spot determine that he was not still in the process of making the catch, and therefore the ground did not cause an incompletion. It caused a runner to hit the ground, and thus the ground could not cause a turnover. That split decision by the official, and then Sean McVay firing off a timeout and then deciding not to challenge, because if he had fired off that timeout and then challenged, apparently if he had lost it, he would have lost all of his remaining times out. That was the final sequence that led to too much time coming off the clock. Cooper Kupp's grab and Darnold's dart of a throw. And the potential future MVP of this season with 374 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions of his own, walks off the field wondering what happened. We're all wondering about the future, which we'll discuss later on. And the Seahawks are moving on with Sam Darnold at quarterback as NFC champs. And Mike McDonald moving on last year, a 10-win season, not enough to make the playoffs because the tie breaks didn't go his way. And the man taking the selfie with him on the screen right now, and John Schneider, who 1,000,000% is in line for Executive of the Year, based on what he did. And we'll discuss that further on in this show. But Mike McDonald is a Super Bowl head coach and had this to say after the game.
It's a team win. You know, special teams had to pick it up. The drive at the end on offense was just tremendous. I thought Clint called a great game, and then, you know, you can't talk about the game without talking about our quarterback. I mean, he just shut a lot of people up tonight, so I'm really happy for him.
He should be.
Yep.
He should be. Shut up a lot of people tonight. And that's as much of a spike of the football you're going to get from this guy. Who's don't let his calm demeanor fool you. He's intense. He is intense, and he holds everyone accountable. And along with Clint Kubiak, who might be a head coach in about 2 weeks from today, the OC there, brought this team along and has allowed Sam Darnold to fully bloom, and had this to say about being a Super Bowl quarterback.
I feel that support, not with only their words, but, just with how everyone treats each other in the building. There's a lot of respect that goes around the building. Everyone respects the work that, we all put into this great game. And so, I'm happy to be a part of this team, man. This group and this coaching staff is just, I'm really happy to be here. Happy to be in this position. I'm just going to continue to do the best that I can to put this team in positions to win football games.
8th quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl in his first season with the team. Last quarterback to do it is the guy he beat yesterday in Matthew Stafford. And give it up. Give it up to the Seattle Seahawks. As for the Rams, Sean McVay, almost fired off that a timeout before that 4th down attempt. Decided to stick with the play.
Took a long, hard look.
He sure did.
He raced down the sidelines.
He raced down the sidelines and gave it as much of a look as any coach this side of Signetti can give something a look down the line. But decided to stick with it. And he's as intense as they come to, and he internalizes a lot, and I'm sure there's a lot for him to internalize after this one.
Well, I think you make a couple plays tonight, and we're talking about a different thing. So I don't think it's as simple as that. You start all over. You know that, and that's what's so hard, because to get to these positions, there is so much work. There's so much time. Things have to go your way. You have to stay healthy. It's a special group. And so you know this, and I know you know this. I'm not minimizing the question. It doesn't work like that. You got to make these plays, and you got to capitalize on these opportunities when you get the chances. And, Seattle was able to do that, and we weren't. But it doesn't take away my love and appreciation for this football team.
Ooh, man, I thought the Rams had the stuff to win it all this year, and I think they do. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to spend the next few days, if not week and a half, saying that was the NFC Championship game, was the Super Bowl. That whoever won that game would be playing a team in New England that's ready to be beaten. I think that's nonsense. And I'll explain why later on in this program when we hit that subject matter for the first time, I think, of many over the next week and a half. But this team was ready to go. Stafford playing at his highest level. The run game on point. Puka Nacua catching everything. And then, last night, Jackson Smith and Jigba with a one-hander here, and he was eating up the Rams in that first half. He was just unguardable. What a game it was with all these pass catchers. And then, there's a future Hall of Famer who's now 0 for 5. In NFC Championship games. He's 0 for 5 of them now. And that's Devontae Adams, who took it hard.
Heartbreak. It's tough. It's tough to talk, honestly.
How would you describe how Matthew and the offense played today?
I'm proud of the way the guys fought today.
I love that guy. 4 catches, 89 yards, and a score.